welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and today, alright, we've got Unearthed Arcana, Playtest 8, the Player's Handbook has dropped. Very exciting. I was in the middle of making another video, so if you see me talk about repeating some stuff I'm about to talk about, it's because that will come out later, because I'm going to quickly get out this playtest packet material now, and I'll return to my other video anyway. So, I'm going to explain for the first time for you, second time for me. I have a gold balloon behind me. This is big number one. This is to celebrate reaching 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for those subscribed to the channel. It's a big milestone, the legendary mythical milestone for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much. That really helps the channel. Thank you so much for helping us grow. All right, without further ado, I'm going to dive on in, and we're going to start off with the spells today in this playtest packet. We'll look over all new spells. Other new things in this playtest, which we'll cover in future videos coming up quickly, will be, we've got the Monk, we've got the Druid, and we've got the Barbarian. These are kind of the final classes they wanted to kind of tweak and go over. Very exciting stuff. But first we're going to delve into spells with a couple of new spells, as well as a bunch of changes to existing spells. So we're going to dive into that first. Alright, here we go. Alright, the spells. So, a bunch of spells, there's a list of them there. We're just going to go into them in detail. Here we go, conjure animals. So, the Tasha's conjuring, summoning spells being brought over from the Tasha's Culture Everything into the new Player's Handbook. And so they're rejiggering all the conjure spells from the original Player's Handbook, because they don't want to delete them, get rid of them. They're just going to redefine them to do something else. Despite being a conjuration spell, it conjures things. It's not going to conjure a physical thing anymore. It's just going to conjure like an ongoing spell effect, kind of like spiritual weapon or spirit guardians, things like that. It'll be ongoing, just effect that's there. It doesn't have a stat block to worry about. You can't be attacked. It's just an ongoing spell effect you've summoned that's kind of flavored to be a bunch of animals or whatever. Alright, so first we have conjure animals, level 3 conjuration, Druid ranger spell, cast time 1 action, range 60 feet, components visible somatic, concentration up to 10 minutes. You can summon nature spirits to take the form of a large swarm of spectral animals in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The swarm lasts for the duration, and you choose the animal form of the spirits, such as wolves, serpents, or birds. A bunch of birds. When a creature hostile to you enters a space within 10 feet of the swarm for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, you can make a melee spell attack against that creature. On a hit, the target takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your spellcast ability modifier. You have advantage on strength saving throws while you're within 10 feet of the swarm, and when you move on your turn, you can also move the swarm up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. At high levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of level 4 or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for each spell slot above 3. So yeah, very different, and you're going to see very similar things to all these conjuration spells now. It's basically a different spell. Forget about, because before it was just, you find, in this case the animals, you find a beast stat block you want, or a bunch of them, and you summon them onto the field. Got a bunch of creatures now that you keep track of and run in combat, which slowed the game down. No one normally, at least games I'm involved in, were allowed those spells, because it just slowed the game down so much. And the Tasha's ones basically replace them because they're a lot more manageable for speed and efficiency, and generally speaking power level. I mean, you can debate some crazy things, shenanigans you can do with the very slow conjuration spells. But anyway, so it's a completely different effect. Yeah, I mean, seems solid. Alright, let's keep going. Conjure, Celestial, level 7, Conjuration, Cleric, cast time action, range 90 feet, components, visible somatic, duration, concentration up to 10 minutes. You summon the protective presence of a celestial spirit, which manifests as a pillar of divine light that shines in a 10-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, bright light fills the cylinder, and when you move on your turn, you can also move the cylinder up to 30 feet. When a creature enters the cylinder for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, you can bathe that creature in one of the following lights. So healing light, the creature that isn't an undead or construct regains hit points equal to 4d12 plus your spellcasting modifier. A creature can be healed by this light only once per casting of the spell. So no shenanigans like they've had in, what was it, that previous spell? Healing Spirit or something? That you could walk in and out of constantly and heal. No. You just once ever. Searing Radiance. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 8d12 radiant damage, or on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So yeah, bunch of damage. And at high levels, when you cast a spell, use a spell slot 8th level higher. The healing and damage increases by 1d12 for each slot above 7. Chunky d12s, always fun to roll. You know, probably not the most reliable, definitely not the most reliable. I always tend to roll low on these d12s, but they're fun to roll. But yeah, and it's a level 7 Conjuration spell there. Alright. Got the Conjure Elemental. Level 5 Conjuration for the Druid and Wizard. Casting time 1 action. Range 60 feet. Components of Somatic Concentration up to 10 minutes. You summon an Elemental Spirit that fills a 10-foot cube within range. Spirit lasts for the duration and is composed of air, earth, fire, or water. Your choice. When you cast a spell, when a creature hostile to you moves within 5 feet of the spirit, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 8d8 of the type determined by the spirit's element. Bludgeoning for earth, cold for water, fire for fire, and for some reason, lightning for air. Thunder's right there. Thunder is right there. You went for lightning? For air? I mean, I can see kind of why you go lightning, but I feel thunder is more airy, you know? Anyway. If the target is a large or smaller creature, is also pulled into the cube and has a restraint condition. At the start of each of its turns, the target must make a strength saving throw against your spell save DC. On a success, the target frees itself. On a failure, the target takes 48 damage. For the same type as a spell attack, Spirit can have only one creature restrained at a time. When you cast a spell, use a spell slot or 6th level higher, damage increases by 2d8 for each spell slot above 5. It's a bit of fun there, get restrained creature, do some ongoing damage, and whatnot. I mean, it's alright. It's, yeah, level 5 is a tough one. There's a lot of good level 5 spells it's competing against, at least for the Wizard, Druid, maybe less so. Yeah, there we go. Conjure Fey, level 6 Conjuration, Druid spell, action, casting time 60-foot range, verbal somatic components, duration, concentration up to 10 minutes. You summon the awesome presence of a medium Fey spirit in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The spirit lasts for the duration and it looks like a Fey creature of your choice. Haha! When the spirit appears, should I say, you can immediately make one melee attack against the creature within 5 feet of the spirit. Haha, on guard. On a hit, the target takes psychic damage equal to 3d12 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Again, those chunky d12s, always fun. And the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the frightened condition until the start of your next turn. As a bonus action in your later turns, you can teleport the spirit to an occupied space you can see within 30 feet of the space it left, and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. So it's kind of like a spiritual weapon that kind of moves about. But greater movement, because the problem with spiritual weapon is it moves 20 feet and it's very slow to move. Come on, when the enemy moves away from it. And also debuff with Frighten, which is very nice. At high levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of level 7 or higher, the damage increases by 2d12 for each spell level above 6. It's a bit of a bump in damage there. Though I guess this is a level 6 spell, right? So you'd hope so. Yeah, level 6. Oh, man. Concentrated spell, I don't know. Is it worth it level 6, this spell? Maybe not. Well, good fun though. Yeah, I'm thinking they try and keep it to the levels the spells already were, I believe. Anyway. Conjure Minor Elementals. Level 4 Conjuration, Druid and Wizard spell. Cast time action, range self, 15-foot radius. Components, verbal somatic, concentration up to 10 minutes. You summon elemental spirits that flit around you for the duration until the spell ends. Any attack you make deals an extra 2d8 damage when you hit a creature within 15 feet of you. This damage is bludgeoning, cold, fire, or lightning. Because thunder damage, forget thunder. It's all about the lightning. Alright. Your choice when you make the attack. In addition, the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. At high levels, when you cast a spell, you can spell slot of 5th level or higher, the damage increases by 2d8, and the range of difficult terrain increases by 5 for each slot level above 4. Wow. So they made a stronger Spirit Shroud. Spirit Shroud is already really good. So Spirit Shroud is a spell that came out in I want to say Tasha's Cauldron? What was it, Xanathar's? I think it was Tasha's. Anyway, where there's a bonus, as a cleric and wizard and warlock spell, and it is a bonus action to cast to basically to add a d8 damage to each of your attacks. Level 3 spell, and you can every 2 levels you upcast it increases by 1d8, as well as slows enemies down, I mean, for movement, and they can't heal. But yeah, but just straight up adding damage to all your attacks, amazing. That was only 1d8, and then scales up by 1d8 every 2 levels. Now this is an action to cast, so a bit more setup. The last 10 minutes, I suppose the Spirit Shroud was like 1 minute, so you could, in theory, cast this before walking to the room where combat's happening, and it adds 2d8 to all your attacks, and scales up by another 2d8 before each level that goes after that. That's so much more damage, that's crazy. And you got the difficult terrain, so it does slow enemies down from walking away from you too. Doesn't stop healing, that's fine, whatever, that only comes up half the time, or small number of time. Yeah, that's really good. I don't think this is going to survive tweaking. It's gonna, this surely will scale down to like every 2 levels, maybe only 1d8 or something. The 2d8 seems a bit much. I guess because the damage type it's doing, it's not as strong, it's not doing radiant damage or anything, it's just bludgeoning, cold, fire, or lightning. But you know, lightning's probably pretty good. Most things they'll work against, unless you find like a demon or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, really, really good. I don't think the game needs another, like, a better Spirit Shroud, so hopefully they do cut this down quite a bit. But, okay. I'll take it. Wow. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably add, like, one of your attacks or something. There are often that you just add flat damage to all your attacks. But when they do, oh, grab it, it's really good. Okay. I imagine this on like a warlock or something. Like, imagine just splash this on. So you got the Eldritch Blast, add 2d8 to all of them. Oh, thank you very much. You know, I mean, just getting multiple attacks off. So good. Alright, we'll keep moving. Conjure Woodland Beings. Level 5 Conjuration for the Druid and the Ranger. Cast time action, range self, 10-foot radius. Components, verbal somatic, concentration up to 10 minutes. You summon nature spirits that flit about you for the duration until the spell ends. Each creature you choose that enters a space within 10 feet of you for the first time your turn or starts its turn there must make a wisdom saving throw, taking 5d8 force damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. In addition, you can take the disengage action as a bonus action for the spell's duration. At high levels, when you cast a spell using the spell slot level 6 or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for each spell slot above 5. So this is a better Spirit Shroud, basically. I mean, it doesn't stop the movement, but allows you to move around, disengage, and keep walking around with this blender of woodland beings. These little, I don't know, chipmunks or whatever, flying around you in this kind of wood chipper blender, going around blending. I had these brutal and little woodland creatures. It's quite hilarious imagery for this one. Doing force damage, which generally always works. There's not many things that force damage is not, 2 damage to. So, great. 5d8. So I'm trying to think of Spirit Shroud. That is comparable to Upcast Spirit Shroud, I think. Hold on. Yeah, 3d8 then. Yeah. So it's the same as like Casting Spirit Shroud. Not Spirit Shroud, Spirit Guardians, the cleric equivalent. This level comes at level 3. At level 5, the same amount of damage, but radiant. So I guess it is comparable, but it comes online at level 5 for the Druid and Ranger. Good to have an option for them. I feel like definitely Druid and Ranger need help with some of these better spells, so that's good for them. Though it is very samey to the cleric. Anyway, moving on. Cure Wounds. Level 1 Abjuration spell now. The current edition is Evocation. The Abjuration, which I think makes a bit more sense. Bard, Cleric, Druid, Paladin, and Ranger spell. Casting time 1 action, range of touch. Components full somatic, duration instantaneous. The creature you touch regains number of hit points equal to now 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So it's increased by 1d8. Still, the spell has no effect on constructs or undead. Get stuffed if you're those creature types. At high levels, when you cast a spell, use a spell slot level 2 or higher. The healing increases by 2d8 as well. That's a big bump on Cure Wounds there. I believe they're trying to make it so makes it worth your while. It's been a whole action of your turn, healing someone so they don't hopefully die immediately from one attack. Yeah, it's an interesting one because definitely gonna make it harder to yeah, players keep healing loads. I guess it's okay because they're spending action. It's all the bonus action stuff that's more efficient of getting people up. So yeah, maybe it means you're more likely to use Cure Wounds over Healing Word maybe now? Maybe? Anyway. Font of Moonlight, level 4 Evocation, Bard, Druid spell, a custom action, ranged self, components, full somatic, duration, concentration 10 minutes. A cool light wreaths your body in for the duration, emitting bright light for a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. Until the spell ends, your resistance to radiant damage and your melee spell attacks deal an extra 2d6 radiant damage on a hit. Okay. In addition, immediately after you take damage from attack, you can see for a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself, you can use your reaction to force a creature to take a Constitution saving throw on a failed save. The creature has the blinded condition until the end of your next turn. That's rough. Okay, so this is a level 4 spell for the Bard and the Druid. Why the Bard? Okay, so happy Sword Bard. The Sword Bard goes, okay, I guess I'll have 2d6 radiant on all my melee attacks now. Sounds good. Perfect. And I got a cool reaction feature because Sword Bards don't have reactions normally. Unless they steal the shield spell or something. So they go, haha, 2d6 radiant damage into my attacks. Oh, you try to hit me? Reaction, be blind. Resistance to radiant damage is neither here or there. Who cares? I mean, enemies. So what are you doing? Fighting angels? Who's doing radiant damage to you as the enemy? Anyway, bit of flavor there. Yeah, amazing for a Sword Bard. For a Druid, I mean, I guess if you're like a Moon Druid or whatever, wild shaping, have this up as your buff spell so you can do just go to town as like a multi-attacking beastie with 2d6 radiant damage on your attacks. I think it's the plan there. And again, you don't have reaction, so reaction blind. Cool. So yeah, really good. Alright. Yeah, go to level 4 pick, I guess, for the Druid and a lot of Bard builds. Okay. Sure then. They needed the help, I guess. Don't know if the Bard did, but alright. Druid, sure. Healing Word. Level 1 of duration, so it's a duration spell over evocation now. Bard, Cleric, Druid, custom bonus action, range 60 feet, components verbal only, the duration instantaneous. So it's classic healing word spell, the go-to healing spell. So creature of choice, you can see within range, regain set points equal to 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on conscious or undead. I don't know why they felt like they needed a boost healing word, but healing word is already really good because it heals whatever, 1 hit point. Yeah, normally it's like minimum. You know, take 4 because you have a +3 bonus and then 1 on the die, which is whatever. It's better than 0. I find healing words generally use the bonus action to quickly get someone on their feet so they can do something without you in this best a whole action doing it. So I don't think increasing this damage, this healing factor was really needed. Healing word's still a really good choice. In fact, I left it at 1d4. Actually makes a very compelling choice now between that and Cure Wounds. So I don't think they needed the boost healing word, but if they were going to boost healing word, I feel like rather than making it another d4, just make it a d8, mate. Like rolling d4s suck. I hate rolling these little triangle pyramid things. Roll them and like, oh, they're so annoying. Like there's a number on the top or the bottom, depends on the style of d4. Like, I don't like rolling d4s. It's not satisfying. It's like, ugh, whatever. I'd rather roll a d8, upgrade that die, or even just d6 or something. Just a little bump. Get rid of the d4s. Hate them. Alright. So, and yeah, an upcast by gets extra 2d4 dice for every time you go up. Cast a spell as well. Alright. Yeah, really don't think healing word needs help, but sure. Mass Cure Wounds, level 5 duration, Bard, Cleric, and Druid spell. I think you get the pattern here now. Custom action, range 60 foot, components full somatic, instantaneous. So they're choose up 6 creatures, 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Each target regains set points equal to 5d8 plus your spell custom ability modifier. The spell has no effect on constructs or undead. So they're upgrading all the healing spells to do more healing. Heal more, so people stay on their feet after getting healed. At least I can stand a couple of attacks before they drop it down again. I don't know if I feel about that. Don't know if it's needed, but sure. Mass healing word. Same story here. It's the same spells before. It just does 2d4, step 1d4 healing for the Bard and Cleric there. Alright, Power Word Fortify, another new spell. Level 7 enchantment for the Bard and Cleric. Cast time action, range 60 feet, components verbal, duration instantaneous. You speak a word of power that fortifies up to 6 creatures of you can see within range. Spell bestows 120 temporary hit points, which are divided equally among the spell's recipients. That's a lot of temporary hit points. Oh my goodness. I would be tempted just to chuckle all one guy. Like, hey, you, party tank, or hey, you, who always goes down, have an extra 120 hit points. Because temporary hit points don't stack. So, like, if people, and there's actually quite a lot of ways to get temporary hit points in the game. I always find that at the moment in games where it's like, what do you mean you're giving out temporary hit points to all of us? But I've got a spell giving me temporary hit points, and this other thing is temporary hit points. But we can only use one of these because there's no point doing multiple. Only the highest one really matters. So, yeah, let everyone else just do their constant, temporary hit point abilities and go group things. That one guy, you have 120 temporary hit points. You have a great time. You're not going to die. Amazing. You can pre-buff this. The last temporary hit points last until long rest, I think. Last like you're golden. Off you go. So yeah, freeze up in action. You can do it ahead of time. So yeah, pretty cool. Level 7 spell though. I don't know. I feel like there's some pretty good spells at high level. Though maybe less so for the cleric. Bard, they can steal spells, so they're bound to have something amazing already kicking around. But yeah, cleric maybe. I'm trying to think. Nothing's jumping to mind. Alright, and we finally have a new cantrip, Starry Wisp. Evocation cantrip for the Bard and the Druid. It's all about the Bard and Druid, volley spells. Cast time action, range 60 feet. Components, verbal, somatic, duration, instantaneous. You launch a mote of light at one creature or object within range. Make a range spell attack against a target. On a hit, a target takes 1d8 radiant damage. Until the end of your next turn, it emits dim light in 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition. And cantrip upgrade when the spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach levels 5 to 2d8, 11, 3d8, and 17, 4d8. Wow, what? Okay, I guess it's now the go-to cantrip now. Like, forget bloody Vicious Mockery and Druids even use. I normally go Magic Stone, but Fuse Flame or obviously they're doing melee. There's the gosh, name escapes me now. The staff one. Anyway, the Shillelagh. Anyway, Starry Wisp, amazing. So hold on. So now the Bard and the Druid actually get a range attack spell. They didn't have like a cantrip that was just straight up make a range spell attack. That's crazy. So now they do. What? And it does radiant damage. A D8 radiant damage is pretty good. Why are clerics getting this? Hold on. Poor clerics. Hold on. Where are the radiant guys? What are you doing? So yeah, there's a radiant damage attack roll. There's a D8. Radiant's a fantastic damage type to dish out, and it's an attack roll, which is way better because pretty much all their cantrips, the bards and druids get aren't technically attack rolls or they're like saving throws. So like do a save, the bards save, then nothing happens. Cool. I guess I'll keep my dice over here. I don't get to roll my dice. There's even enemies roll dice, and I don't get to roll my dice. So yeah, attack rolls are really good. It also means they combos well with other players who can set things up to give you advantage and things like that as well. But not only that, also it turns off the invisible condition, which is really good. There's a cantrip doing that. There's spells people take to do that because is it Smite spell and Guiding Bolt? I think does it. Anyway, so like basically there's spells people take and to turn off invisible condition. And this is a cantrip that does it. It's like, okay, sure. I mean, it doesn't, it's not that many times where you run around often, but when it does come up, it's really good to be able to turn that off. So yeah, okay. Wow. So I guess Bards and Druids are an amazing go-to cantrip now for damage. Perfect. Oh, good for them. I'm happy for them. All right. Anyway, that's all the spells. So a couple new ones there, and we got bunch of updates to healing spells and conjuration spells here. Interesting. What do you think of this? The direction to do with spells? It's interesting choices. I don't know if I like all of these changes here, but some potential. All right. Okay. Well, there we go. There we have it. The spells in the Playtest 8 packet. We'll be going over the Monk, Druid, and Barbarian, which is also in this Playtest packet in my next videos, and I'll get back to work on the video I was working on before and get that out, which hopefully won't, but will still make sense when it's outside of order release direct schedule there. Anyway, thanks again for those who subscribed to the channel. Really amazing. I'm going to keep this gold #1 up for a little while because it's a balloon, so I might as well keep it up until it deflates, I suppose. But yeah, maybe one day I'll replace it with a number 2. If we get 2,000 subscribers, but that'll be amazing. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow, really helps. And yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. All right, until next time, happy gaming, catch you around, and see ya.